got a busy show coming up here on Golden State Warriors today with the NBA trade deadline quickly approaching. Pascal Siakam, could a blockbuster trade with Golden State happen? We'll discuss that. Also, Bleacher Report has a trade idea for Golden State. We'll see what they've got cooked up over there, and we will react to that. And then Alex Caruso, one of the top names on the trade market right now. Is he an option for Bob Myers and the Golden State Warriors? Jam-packed show coming up on Warriors today. So here we go. Let's go ahead and dive into it. And in the meantime, like this video if you want the Warriors to make a trade before the trade deadline, whether it's trading away a piece or trading for a piece. If you want Golden State to make a move before the deadline, go ahead and give us a thumbs up on today's show. All right, let's start with Pascal Siakam. As an NBA executive proposed a Warriors trade for Siakam to Bleacher Report, and Eric Pincus wrote this up as he had to say, the Toronto Raptors are expected to make some changes, but it's unclear how far they'll go. Interested teams hope players such as OG Anunoby and Pascal Siakam will become available. If they do, it will be at a significant price in players and draft compensation. One executive suggested the Warriors give up their younger players, Wiseman, Kuminga, and Moses Moody, along with Draymond Green to the Raptors for Siakam and others. Now, Pascal Siakam is a damn good player. Now, I don't think he's a number one on a title contender, but he's proven to be a number two on a championship-winning team. He was the number two in Toronto when Kawhi and the Raptors upset these Golden State Warriors. Now, obviously, Golden State had some injuries, and, Kawhi was unbelievable, but Siakam's proven he can be a Robin. And you put him around guys like Clay and Steph and Clay, obviously, and he could become like that next wave, like it's him and Jordan Poole, kind of the duo after that. That's a pretty interesting thing. And let me just go here. Don't be like, no, you can never trade Draymond. Well, if the Warriors are thinking ahead and they're like, we can't keep both Draymond and Clay, we just can't. Do you consider moving Draymond and one of those two young pieces maybe and get a guy like Siakam who's like elevating into his prime right now? He's become a more complete player. Sure, he might be expensive, but again, I don't know, man. Like, you're getting a 24, 25-year-old to come over into your nucleus and be part of that next generation as well. I'm pretty interested in this possibility for Golden State. Now, what do you guys think? Should the Warriors trade for Siakam? Type Y for yes. Type in for no. This will be the pinned comment on today's show. Join us in the comment section below. Debate right there. Y for yes and for no. Should Golden State trade for Pascal Siakam? More trade buzz to get to here on today's show. Bleacher Report. Dan Favel's trade deadline preview included one deal for each team. And this is the trade idea involving Golden State, a little three-team banger here. Zach Collins, Josh Richardson, and a second from the Spurs to Golden State. The Hornets would get JaMychal Green a second in cash consideration. Spurs get Moses Moody, Ryan Rollins, and James Wiseman. So you're dumping three of your players from the past couple of drafts if you are Golden State. Now, here's what Favel had to say. Both Collins and Richardson are having impactful seasons for San Antonio. A healthy Collins offers switchability, rim protection, and floor stretching at the 4 or 5. Richardson provides an injection of reliability on the wings and can capably guard a variety of positions. Going 4 for 2 is the only way the Warriors match money without touching core parts of their rotation. And I think that is the key, because what's been the problem Golden State has run into the last, I'd say, 12 to 18 months when it comes to trade conversations. Well, they keep saying they don't want to trade the young pieces. They want to keep Kuminga, Moody. I think they'd be willing to trade Wiseman, but they have kind of said, hey, we got to think somewhat about the future as well, which I get, because Steph and these guys aren't going to play forever. But at the same time, don't you want to try and maximize this window? Don't you want to try and get another ring or two before this window closes? So they're at a crossroads a little bit. This year it hasn't gone to plan. They've kind of been hovering around 500 all season. But if you're going to make a push with your key pieces still intact, you got to feel like this is a big deadline for Golden State. All right, today's show is sponsored by Rocket Money. Who wants to save money? If the answer is yes, and the answer is you, then here's how you do it. You download the Rocket Money app today, rocketmoney.com/NBA now, and you start to monitor your finances, create a budget, and kind of figure out where you're overspending, especially on subscriptions. Rocket Money is unique in the sense that it will show you all of your subscriptions on one screen and exactly how much per month you're spending on those subscriptions. And you might find out that you are paying a subscription that you don't even know about. You're paying for subscriptions that you don't really use anymore. You might even find out you've been double charged for a subscription. Eliminate that problem today. Download the Rocket Money app. RocketMoney.com/NBA now. If you want to cancel a subscription, just click cancel next to a specific one, and Rocket Money will handle that for you. You will no longer get charged. Go to RocketMoney.com/NBA now. Download the app today. That link is in the description and in the comments of today's video. Don't waste money. Use Rocket Money to save money here in the year 2023. There's other cool features on there like setting a budget, start a savings, all kinds of stuff. RocketMoney.com/NBA now. Now you compare Josh Richardson to Zach Collins here. Different type of players. Collins more of a 4-5 hybrid. Richardson can kind of play, that 2-3 for you. Probably a more reliable defender. Overall more versatile, but Collins can space the floor as a big also. So it kind of just really depends on what Golden State wants positionally. But I do think these kind of mid-tier type of trades is what the Warriors are going to be in play for. The Siakam one's more of a home run. Seems like an unlikely one. But this one, this type of trade, I think is something that could be interesting. So it'll be very fascinating to see how active Golden State gets over the next week, week and a half. Now, name a player that you want the Warriors to trade for. If you could have anybody on Golden State, who are you trading for? If you're Bob Myers, let me know what you would do. Let's hear it down in the comment section below. All right, one more here. How about Alex Caruso? Could he be a possibility? Now, the Warriors actually have expressed interest in trading for the Bulls guard, according to reports. This from NBC Sports Chicago, which, of course, Caruso plays for the Chicago Bulls. They say that the Vultures are circling. Multiple teams have inquired about Alex Caruso per sources. The Knicks have scouted Caruso of late and own first-round picks that could be dangled with a contract like Obi Toppin if the Bulls show any inclination of trading their defensive ace. The Golden State Warriors are also cited by league sources as a potential suitor. Now, we'll explore this a little bit more in a second, but this is why you subscribe. When rumors are out there around this team, we've got you covered. Non-stop trade coverage here on Golden State Warriors Today for the next week and a half. So subscribe, turn on your notifications. That way you don't miss any of the latest news and rumors leading up to the trade deadline. Now, Caruso seems like a more likely possibility because, A, according to reports, they've actually reached out, and B, he's a defensive talent that can fit in just about anywhere. I think he would fit in the Golden State culture very, very easily. Now, he doesn't offer you a ton scoring, but he has improved as a shooter. So you put him around Steph and Clay and these guys that move the basketball, I think he can shoot the ball pretty well. Now, he's not a volume guy, but he can be a defensive stalwart for you. He can knock down the occasional shot. He can handle the rock for you as well. Gives you versatility on both sides of the ball, which is why I actually like the idea of getting him. So how about a 1-for-1? Caruso for Wiseman? Do the Bulls do that? Would they take a chance here on James Wiseman? Maybe. It's an interesting idea to think about. So, again, it's kind of, Wiseman the higher upside play, but Caruso the proven commodity. So, fascinating to see really what both these teams do. I think Chicago could blow things up, but Golden State, obviously, I think they need something. They need a little jolt of energy somewhere, and Alex Caruso could be someone who provides just that. Now, would you trade Wiseman for Caruso, type D for deal or ND for no deal? I think I'd consider it. I really do. I think this is something I would heavily consider. Wiseman has not panned out up to this point. Doesn't mean he won't in the future, but again, I think you really have to focus on the now if you're Golden State. So D for deal, ND for no deal. We'll see you next time on Warriors Today.